Hello children, I hope you all are safe and happy at home. Today we are going to continue our class for 7th standard mathematics. So in our previous class we have discussed about the multiplication of integers and then properties of multiplication of an integer, right? And today we are going to continue our class with division of integers and properties of division of integers, okay? So first, what is division of integers? We are going to divide the integers, right? Division of integers means we are going to divide the integers. So here we are having a statement. In multiplication of an integer, we had some rules, right? So positive integer into positive integer will give another positive integer, right? Likewise, negative integer into negative integer will give negative integer, and then positive integer into negative integer will give the negative integer, and then this is positive, and then negative integer into positive integer will give an negative integer, okay? Positive into positive is plus, negative into negative is plus, which means positive, and then negative into positive is negative, and then negative into positive is also negative. So these are the basic rules for multiplication of an integers, okay? Like that we are having some basic rules for the division of integers, okay? We will explain it. See, so input product of positive integer and positive integer. So we are going to multiply the positive integer with the positive integer, okay? So it's 8 into 9. So 8 9s are 72, and then division statement. We are going to divide this. So what I am going to do is, first I am going to divide this 72 by 8, okay? I am going to divide this 72 by 8. So what is the answer? 9. Likewise 72 divided by 9 will give 8 as the answer, okay? So what is the output here? Positive integer divided by positive integer is positive, okay? So what is the statement here? So positive integer divided by positive integer will give positive integer, okay? So what about the next one? Product of positive integer into negative integer. So if we multiply a negative integer with a positive integer, so that we will get the negative integer, okay? So the answer is minus 70. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to divide this. So 70 minus 70 divided by 7 is equal to minus 10, right? So negative integer divided by positive integer is negative and vice versa, okay? So if you are dividing negative integer with a positive integer, the answer will be negative integer, okay? And the last one, product of negative integer into negative integer is positive, okay? So see, minus 5 into minus 9, minus into minus is plus, so plus 45. And what about the division? 45 divided by minus 9 is equal to minus 5, and then 45 divided by minus 5 is equal to minus 9. So negative integer divided by negative integer is positive. So here they have made a mistake actually. So the answer is 45, okay? So negative integer divided by negative integer is positive. So this is the last rule, okay? Negative integer divided by negative integer will be the positive. So these are all the answers here, and then these are the basic rules to find the division of integers, okay? And then we are going to continue our class with an example. So see, example 1, divide minus 85 by 5. This is the first question. So minus 85 divided by 5. If you divide 85 by 5, what will you get? So 5, 1 5 is 5, remainder 3, and then this 5, 7 5s are 35. Okay, so this will be 0. So the answer is 17 and it's minus 85. So the answer is minus 17. Okay, like that we have to solve all the questions, right? Next we are moving to the properties of division. So see, properties of division. Can you find the value when minus 5 is divided by 3? Minus 5 divided by 3. Can you find the exact answer? We will do the division now. Minus 5 divided by 3. Okay. So the answer will have minus, we'll leave it. Okay. See, 3, we have to divide this 5 by 3. So 1 3 is 3, so remainder 2. Okay. So we cannot divide this 2 by 3, so that we have to insert a decimal and we have to add 0 with this number and we will continue our division, right? But the number with an decimal point or decimal will not be an integer. Okay. So integer means whole numbers, which is 0, positive numbers and which includes the negative numbers but not the decimal numbers. Okay. We cannot say integers as integers in decimal numbers. Okay. So we cannot find the answer for this. We cannot find the integer for this sum, right? So that the property is not closed under division. For multiplication, properties of multiplication of integers, we have discussed about the properties. The first property is closure property. So if we multiply any two integers, the answer will also be an integer. That is the first property. And the second one is commutative property. So which means if you change the order of the multiplication, means the answer will be same. Okay. So that is called the commutative property. And the third one is associative property and the fourth one is distributive property, right? So here the closure, first one is the same closure property, but the answer is not closed under division. Okay. All the answers will not be closed under division. Like this we cannot divide 6 by 4, right? We cannot divide 6 by 4. So if you divide it, I am going to divide 6 by 4. So 1 4 is 4, remainder 2. We cannot divide this 2 by 4. So we have to insert a decimal and we have to add 0 with this number. So decimal number will not be an integer. So the closure property is not true under division. Okay. And the second property is commutative property. Okay. Commutative property means the changing of the order should not affect the answer, right? Okay. Here I am taking 6 divided by 3. Okay. What is 6 divided by 3? How many 3's in 6? 2. So the answer is 2. Then what about 3 divided by 6? Will you get the answer for 3 divided by 6? No, it will be the decimal number, right? So you have to divide this means, so sorry, 6 divided by 3. So we cannot divide 3 by 6. So you have to put a decimal and then you have to add 0 with this and then you have to divide it. Okay. So decimal number will not be an integer. So this commutative property is not true for division. Okay. So commutative property is also not true for division. Okay. So this is the second property. And what about the associative property? So since the commutative property is not true, associative property does not hold. I have already told you commutative property is for 2 numbers and associative property is for more than 2 numbers, right? Both are related to the order of numbers, right? So associative property is also not suitable for this division. Okay. And the last one is identity. So, there is no identity for division, right. So, identity means I have told you what is the multiplicative identity? It is 1, right. 1 is the multiplicative identity. So, here 7 divided by 1 is equal to 7, right. If you divide 7 by 1 means we will get 7 as the answer. But what about the minus 1? See, minus 1 divided by 1 is minus 7, okay. But 1 divided by, okay, here I am taking it as minus 7, okay. So, minus 7 divided by 1 is equal to minus 7. But what about 1 divided by minus 7? What will be the answer? So, for this also, for this there is no division, there is no identity for division, okay. There is no identity for division of integers, okay. I hope you understood this. So, closure property is not suitable for this division, and also commutative property and then associative property. Both the properties are not applicable for this division of integers, and also division there is no identity for division, okay. So, these are all the basic properties for addition. Here you will have an exercise, I will send it to you through the WhatsApp group. If you have any doubts means you can ask me, otherwise you can solve it and send it to me, okay. Thank you children.